And there are protests that are being carried out across the world, and some of the biggest protest rallies asking for an immediate ceasefire are being held in the British capital, London. An estimated 300,000 protesters marched through the heart of London just a couple of hours back, and this march has been in the offing for the last several weeks. It was controversial because the government under Rishi Sunak was not very happy that this protest march asking for a ceasefire was being done on the day of armistice, which ended the First World War. The British government had a problem with the protest march asking for a ceasefire on the day of the armistice, which effectively commemorates the day when there was a ceasefire for the First World War, which ended the war. But there were certain far-right groups who tried to obstruct these protesters who were marching peacefully right in the heart of London. The large crowds gathered at London's Hyde Park corner to show their support for the Palestinians. They even called for a ceasefire from Israel's bombardment of the Gaza Strip. The pro-Palestinian march was expected to attract hundreds of thousands of people, and this is precisely what has happened. Remember, Britain, and especially London, has been witnessing some of the biggest pro-Palestine protests anywhere in the world, and this is what the scene looked like in central London.
I want them to do a ceasefire and then to put all the effort into negotiations. And it's not up to me, I'm not a Palestinian, I don't live there. I can't say, oh, it should be this, it should be a two-state, it should be a one-state. That's not up to me. What's up to me is to talk to my government, to say whatever I can to my government to stop supporting Israel doing what they're doing to the people of Gaza.
And the right-wing protesters had attempted to reach the cenotaph in the capital. A man was detained by the police as the police hemmed in the right-wing protesters in the Westminster. Protesters could be heard chanting slogans against the pro-Palestinian demonstrators as they tried to push their way through the barriers in the Whitehall.
You let your country down! You let your country down! You let your country down! You let your country down!
Now remember, the British Interior Minister, Suella Braverman, has been in all kinds of controversy. She's in fact recently dubbed the protest marches demanding for a ceasefire to be nothing less than hate marches. Her remarks had attracted widespread criticism, and also the article that she'd written for The Times a few days back got her into a huge bit of a soup where people demanded that she should be sacked by Rishi Sunak.
Suella Braverman's words just made me want to come out more because I think she's very hypocritical. Armistice Day is supposed to be about the end of the war, and this is exactly what people are here for. We want to see an end to the war in Gaza, and this is what we're supporting. So I think it's very hypocritical to say that it's wrong to have this protest on the same day as Armistice Day.
The London police has also amped up its efforts to ensure the pro-Palestinian marches remain peaceful. This as these unexpected clashes unfolded against the backdrop of the Armistice Day. The day marks the anniversary of the end of the First World War with a ceasefire. And here you had people who are asking for a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, and the British government had a problem with that. And more than 2,000 officers had been called in from surrounding forces. They were deployed in the streets of London over the weekend. And this was to ensure that everyone would obey the orders and there would be no issues of law and order as the thousands of peaceful protesters made their way through central London.